Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's Erasmus, and I am here to introduce to you my brand new gaming channel, Erasmian Gaming. Now, what will this channel be about? Well, I'm Erasmus, and I will be gaming. The purpose of this channel is to break down the experience of playing video games, appreciate them for the finer art that it is, because honestly, video games deserve so much more, and gamers deserve so much less. I mean, I see people just talk about the most superficial things possible, and this is a brand new, burgeoning medium that's only been around for a couple of decades, right? It has nowhere near the history of, say, film or literature. We're, just at the beginning. It's a very, amazing, fascinating time. So I want to share all my experiences with you of just playing video games that I've never played before. So I get to share that connection with you because, human beings are all about connection. That's the very reason why Let's Play channels exist, and I want to throw my hat into the ring and see if I can't do this as well. Now, not every single Let's Play is going to be, the most polished experience. I mean, this video right here, where I'm playing Half-Life 2 Lost Coast, as a celebration of its 20th anniversary, because the Half-Life series is very near and dear to me, probably one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. In fact, my favorite video game franchise of all time, because my other favorites, I don't believe have series. But yeah, I'm just talking off the cuff right here, right now. But yes, so I can't. Not every single series will be me just polished up, articulating my thoughts perfectly because, like a lot of us, when we play video games, we just sort of sit back, relax, and try to immerse ourselves in the worlds and enjoy the game. Now, I'm never gonna try to put any of my judgments onto games, right? I like to go on with a blank canvas, a blank slate, not expecting anything, and letting the game doing the talking. I'm not gonna try to go into things with preconceived notions. I try to go in with an open mind to be non-judgmental as possible, and that is the principle of Erasmian gaming right here. That is the Erasmian in Erasmian gaming. And that also extends to the channel itself. I want this to be a welcome and inclusive space where nobody is judged by their background, gender expression, sexual identity, ethnicity, absolutely nothing like that. We are all human beings. And isn't that what matters at the end of the day? Well, I thought that was obvious, but apparently too many people that make names for themselves in the gaming space have missed the memo of not denying the complexity of the human condition. I will never, ever do that. It's not something I want to bring up very often, but since this is my introduction, I figured I might as well tack that on. You are welcome and safe here. That I guarantee you. This is Erasmian gaming after all. Why start a gaming channel when it's been done before? Because I want to. It's as simple as that. I don't need any qualifications. You really don't. It's like an assignment I had in school. While I'm a good student and I love to learn and absorb knowledge by my own admission, I am lazy, right? I wasn't exactly challenged in school, so I never really properly acquiesced to homework or long term assignments, anything like that. So I had to do a presentation. I didn't do any of the work. I knew about the subject, right? I'm a voracious reader. So I was knowledgeable about the subject, but I just didn't, prepare anything. I wasn't ready. So I improvised, right? I mean, hey, if that's one skill set that gaming nurtures, it's improvisation. So, I wasn't prepared. I just started talking out of my ass, and turns out that technique works really well until at the very end where I just flat out admitted it, right? I think it was supposed to be some sort of saving grace, like, oh, I guess the flaws must be so evident, and that it's because I didn't prepare. Well, the professor gave me some very salient advice. She said, if you hadn't said anything at all, I never would have gotten the notion that you hadn't prepared for this. So don't add that on, right? And I never really thought about that, right? I mean, generally, admitting one's own shortcomings is a positive characteristic, right? You can admit and be honest and true. And while certainly it's important to do background research and have like certification for important roles where people's, livelihoods are at stake, like a surgeon or a rocket scientist, something of that caliber that requires expertise. The rest of the time, if you're not 100% on what you're doing, but you have some notion of what you're doing, you can just fake it till you make it. Nobody cares. Nobody's checking. Fake it till you make it. do what you can, and sooner or later you just might find yourself embodying that position of being legitimate. Nobody ever started out being an expert. Everybody had to start somewhere. This is me starting somewhere. So I hope you'll enjoy that journey with me. I think I can spin a yarn adequately. I used to have my own radio show in university. It was primarily about music, but I did have to learn to just keep talking and not worry too much about what comes next. And this channel, whether or not I've experienced it before, whether it's blind, renewed, you will always get my honest reaction to it. So thanks a lot for sticking around and listening to this. My current goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers. I want to make this something serious. I want to put a dent in all the video games I've ever wanted to play, but I just never got around to. And I want to be real with this. I'm the sort of person that has lots of interests, right? That's my motto, eclectic and sporadic. And that's definitely the tastes I want to take Erasmian gaming, because I know I have my biases, right? I just do not like 2D platformers. I mean, they're fine and they can be well designed, but they're just generally not for me, right? But I generally want to expand my horizons, see if I can't see more, and I want to gain a better understanding of video games, broader perspective on life in general and the world. And gaming is a wonderful art form. It is a lovely medium, and I want to share the wonders that it has to offer with all of you. So, if you'd like to experience that with me, consider subscribing and seeing where I take Erasmian gaming. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.